Welcome to Comfortable Being Uncomfortable, your place for all things culture, laughter, and interesting topics.
We're still here. We're still fucking here.
You can catch us every Sunday at 12 p.m. going over great topics, including Doc Ronnie Mac's Crazy Say What and the even crazier Confession Letter. Marry and have mixed kids and show up at his doorstep like, Granddad, you think I'm tripping? We also love interacting with our viewers. We also have hard-hitting, great interviews with great people.
Look at my man's face. I want to see how he
Join us as we go on this ride together. Trust us, you won't be disappointed. Comfortable Being Uncomfortable starts in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. Chaka chow. Chaka chow. Yeah. Yeah, what up? So, hey, look, the whole time I forgot to press record on this thing, so I didn't get all that stuff at the beginning. It's been tough, rough last few weeks, right? Because we actually forgot that we started at 12 today. Yeah, and
who forgot?
Everybody forgot. Everybody forgot. Big Rob in the house. What's up, Rob?
What's happening?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? How you live?
I'm still breathing, man. How you doing? How y'all doing? What's everybody doing out there in TV land and Facebook land and YouTube land and podcast land? Hope y'all have a good 2022. A better one than 2021. That's damn sure.
That's for sure.
What's Chris? What's going on? What's going on?
Nothing. Feeling good today. Chilling.
All right, man. Also, y'all know who we got all the way up, in the building, man. Miko Reed Collins is in the house.
Hey. I'm here. In the most disrespectful way. Here's bitches on my earrings. Happy 2022, guys.
If y'all notice something different about Miko, different about Miko's header at the bottom or whatever it's called. It does not say special guest co-host anymore, and that's because Miko is now a permanent member of Comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway, say something to the people how you feel.
Hater.
You are hating. I feel amazing. I like to thank all of the people that invested their time in me. I like to thank my mom. I like to thank, I'm so happy.
Anyway, we're going to cover him. Hey, yo, man, congratulations to Miko on that. Look, big shout out to Trent. Trent is feeling a little under the weather, man. Ain't no telling what he may have.
Or caught. I'm saying that.
Yeah, I don't know. He said he's under the weather, so man, y'all send peace and blessings to him, man. Make sure that he gets a little bit better for next week's show. Look, man, big shout out to Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, 108 years celebration today, Father's Day. So you know how that we do that. Me and Rob over here. Rocking. Well, Rob doesn't have any Sigma paraphernalia on. I think he forgot.
Excuse me.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Yeah. Okay. I got you. That
Don't make me get the paddle. Don't make me go get the wood over there. I'll go get the wood.
Pause.
I can't with y'all. Too early in the morning.
Afternoon.
All right.
Too early in the afternoon.
Oh, let me get some. I need to get some kryptonite.
So what you drinking there, Rob?
What is that?
What in the world?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, huh?
Alien piss water. What is that?
Hey! Superman got kryptonite, and I got my own kryptonite. You know what I mean?
That definitely looks like kryptonite.
Hey, I'm on here with y'all like every Sunday. I need like 5 gallons of that stuff to make it through the show.
Hey, in about 15 minutes, you're gonna see an Incredible Hulk moment come out on the screen, and next thing you know, Rob is gonna transform into another person. And so when y'all see Rob go off on his rants, that's exactly what's happening behind the screen. So y'all don't see that part. He's just showing y'all today. This is the stuff that he drinks to get into that moment.
Why you telling all my secrets, man? I can't trust you with nothing no more, bro. Telling all my secrets.
Hey, yo, so, man, look, I didn't know this, but apparently we're in season 3, so happy season 3.
It's 2022.
We had somebody just went out there and just put out, hey, new season, all this other stuff, be tuning in. Our person that handles the social media accounts, Miss Chris, I won't name any names, but
we did that in 2021. Why wouldn't it make sense to do that for 2022?
So
right?
do you do
You're
everything?
fired.
Do you do everything that you do in the previous year, the current
You're
year?
fired.
Look, I asked. I said, "Hey, I could change it back.
That's right. You're ambitious. That's fine. You did the right thing, girl.
I know. Look at what I get.
Look, Rob.
Look, she just got up here. She flexing already. Flexing already.
When a woman takes initiative, see what happens.
You see?
Here we go. Here we go.
Man, I'm not falling into that crap.
You know what?
I'm staying well away from that.
Yeah, on that note, man, a big shout out to Virtuous Essence Candle Company, www.etsy.com. Virtuous Essence, Dr. Regina Warren, CBU21, 5% off is the promo code. So make sure y'all go to her Etsy shop, get some very good candles. They're very good with scents and everything like that. I think she has some new flavor, new scents that came out as well. Big shout out to Keith at Rock Bottom Music Group, man, that handles all of our beats and everything like that. Big shout out to him. So
Rock Bottom, y'all.
There it is. You know what I'm saying?
I would scream it, but that kryptonite kicking in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And guess what? He doesn't have a rant today, so we don't have a Rob's rant unless in the next 15 minutes he has some kind of transformation, and then he'll text me off to the side and be like, "Hey, I got a rant all of a sudden." So
you wouldn't like me when I'm angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Shut up.
Yeah, that deserves the cricket.
Nobody's scared of you.
Yeah. That's all right.
All right, yo, Around the Horn coming up. All right, yo, so check it out, man. If y'all don't know, over Black News Network, or Black News Channel, can't remember which one it is. I think they go by both interchangeably. 13 women have come out and alleged that there was the network created a toxic work environment, coercing the women to conform to sexist and misogynist stereotypes about how women are supposed to behave. Apparently, this lawsuit was filed in Illinois against the Florida-based company or Florida-based television network after I think they've only been around for about a good year or two.
2 years.
2 years, yeah. And ironically, if y'all don't know this, we actually almost had a deal with this network to bring our show there as well. Could have been something. Yeah, could have been something that would have been good. But and understanding the new allegations that have come against them, I can only imagine how that would have ended. Look, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm open the floor to y'all. Go ahead.
You do a really good job of creating a hostile work environment on this show. You don't have to go over there to do it too. So.
That's for sure.
Hold on, y'all see, there you go, and see, he's already started. So, Crystal, you kind of just say, yeah, ain't that the truth? So, yeah, go. Speak your mind, sister. What you got to say
about you or about this article?
No, article. Ain't nothing to talk about, man. Ain't nothing to talk about. No. Sorry about this article.
The article, yeah, I definitely think where there's smoke, there's fire. I mean, I could see if it was just one or two women. You're talking about a whole lineup of women who have been terminated or quit for some reason, and I definitely am on the side of the women. I think that there was something going on. The one lady said that they came she was broadcasting, and they were in her earpiece like, you're acting insufficiently feminine. Like, what? I wish somebody would say that to me, because I would have took off my earpiece right then and there.
Hey, Chris, never mind.
Yeah.
Man, let me tell you something. Hey, y'all ever seen them little chihuahuas? Y'all know chihuahuas there. You know, all bark, no bite.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying, Chris will be on here talking about, I would have did this, da 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 da. And then you be like, Chris, I would have did that. I don't think
you ain't seen me in action, okay? You haven't seen me in action. Only special people have seen that.
All I hear.
Leave me alone.
Miko looks surprised.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, I just can't believe that this is like, we already know that Black women make the least amount in terms of like the pay gap. So it's like, I did a little quick research. According to Goldman Sachs, it says Black women wages are currently 15% less than white women and 35% less than white men. So we have a news network called Black News Channel significantly paying Black women less and telling them that they're insufficiently feminine. And then, Crystal, the funny thing is, they said, taking a break from drill, I'm here. Yes, Valerie, sorry. They said, that's right, because, we got to get our due. They said that women did not receive their raise, whereas men received $10,000 to $15,000 last summer, and the women didn't receive any. So I agree. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and this is my favorite word for this kind of stuff. Egregious. Like, this producer made $55,000, and then they hired a man, and he made $90,000 to do the same damn job. When clearly women are better. No, I mean, it's just,
you might as well come right out and say that. How do you know his qualifications weren't higher than the one that was already in there?
Really?
I mean, it seems like a $40,000 gap seems like a pretty daggone reason, a pretty good or different, a significant reason to change not just genders, but for the same role. But I mean, whatever. I mean,
I get what you're saying.
The reason is because she's a woman. I mean,
come on. That's like you guys. I'm so sick of this shit.
No,
you guys scream this. It's everything is because of race. And now it's because of your gender. Well, what's it going to be next? That you breathe in more oxygen than everybody else. So
but that's always been the case. You cannot say that there has not been discrimination on both fronts.
I'm not saying, hey, listen, I'm not saying that there hasn't been discrimination. Hell, I'm from the North, and I got discriminated against by dark-skinned brothers in the South just because of my skin complexion. But that type of stuff is not going to go away. It's always been there. It's always going to be here. But every time that you make a mistake or every time that there's a change doesn't mean that it alludes directly back to your skin color, your gender.
If you got 13 women that have either been terminated or resigned because of these issues, obviously there's something going on. And you can't say that there isn't. I've been in a male-dominated workplace for over 20 years. So I know firsthand what goes on. I have been directly discriminated against. And I can just imagine if I was a Black woman, what I would have to deal with. You know what I mean?
Yes. And I'm a Black woman, and I have dealt with it in the military, in the civilian world. And Rob, we're not saying that, because the color of our skin and because of this, we should get these perks. It is science. It is research saying that Black women's wages on par. Imagine that 15% of white women and 35% of white men are higher. We're talking about those who are qualified, equally yoked with education and experience. How do you explain that?
You can't.
Well, I mean, number one, all right. I don't want to get in. I don't want to. I just, if you keep screaming fire, eventually when there is one, no one's going to believe you. And I'm just saying that you got to get deeper into the research in the weeds before you start throwing information out there. Nowadays, what we're listening to is propaganda and not proper journalistic research. And so, like, you're quoting, like Miko. Wait a second. I'll let you speak. Let me speak. Let me finish.
Okay.
So, Miko, like, you're quoting percentages and stuff, but basically, you read an article from where? Where did you get those stats from? You got those stats.
I do scholarly journals. This is Goldman Sachs research.
Yeah, Goldman Sachs is not a scholarly journal. Goldman Sachs is a financial institution.
It was inside of a scholarly journal. I will find it later and give it to you. But
no, I'm not questioning.
Google.
I'm not questioning.
It was the Financial Times. I'm sorry.
I'm not questioning you like that. I'm not calling your facts into question. None of those things. I'm just saying that type of information we have to get more in depth with.
But I think we have.
I think. Hold on.
The intersection.
Let me say this. I'm a little taken aback by this because, Rob, I understand your points. And I know you're saying, like, we got to get into more of the research and the facts, but I mean, this has been over 30 years of research. And
well,
fact,
like I said, bro.
Hold on, let me finish. And to say that, it's almost like the boy that cried wolf, or people always running and saying, "Oh, because I'm a woman, I'm getting paid." I mean, it's evident, it's proven. If it wasn't, Congress or our federal government would not be taking measures to tackle the issue for over 10. I said if it wasn't true, they wouldn't have been taking measures to tackle this issue. And they're still taking measures to this day. So there's still an equality gap when it comes to pay, when it comes to women and men, right? It's evident. So when I hear the stuff that you're saying right now, the rhetoric that you're giving right now is kind of taking me aback, because I'm like, I know you're fact based and everything like that, but the facts are there.
Well, I'm not questioning the facts, and I don't know if you're misunderstanding what I'm saying, or maybe I haven't been clarified. Maybe I haven't clarified my position enough. But what I'm saying is that while I do understand that these type of discrimination instances do exist in the workplace, I'm not questioning that, Crystal. I'm not questioning that, Miko. Deaf ass Ron. I'm not questioning that. What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is that Congress, they did pass a law. I forget the woman's name. It was some sort of Equality Rights Act or something that they passed or signed into law. And that was maybe several years ago. So yes, I do understand, and I do acknowledge the fact that there is a gender pay gap. What I'm saying is that in this particular article, in this particular incident, this information, this article has to be researched. This incident has to be investigated more before we can just start jumping to conclusions. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I get what you're saying. So you're talking about the whole allegations of sexism and all this other stuff, right?
At this particular news
network. Okay, I got you.
And you know what? That's my fault, y'all. That's my fault, because I don't think I explained it. I think this kryptonite got to me a little quick.
Yeah,
I don't think I explained my position.
I was like, whoa.
Well, I was like, hold up now. Hold up.
Yeah, well, hey.
All right. Okay, so now we got two. Now we got two chihuahuas over here talking about something. I would have been like, whoa, hold up. Oh,
I was about to jump through the microphone.
Hey, what'd you say, Rob? They're gonna put the skippity paps on you. They wasn't gonna do nothing. All right, yo, look, I think that was a dead subject, man. So we understand Rob just a little bit better. Not all the way. That little green juice get to him. He start babbling and start not making sense. All right, yo. On another note, man. Look, over the last week, man, the Northeast has been hit with a significant amount of snow over the last week. Somewhere up to 14, 15 inches in different places. Here in the DMV, I think we saw about 13 to 14 inches come, I think, at the beginning of the week. But the main issue is traffic and snow clearance and everything like that. During that snowstorm, drivers were stuck on I-95 in the DMV for over 27 hours. 27 hours. And Virginia Department of Transportation has taken accountability for not taking proper precautions. But here's my thing. I saw this article that talked about the Virginia Department of Transportation talking about, they're more situated to tackle upcoming snowstorms and all this other stuff, yada, yada, yada. I'm just like this. Now, we all have, I guess you could say, subpar information when it comes to winter storms or any storms that's coming in, such as the Weather Channel, right? And I believe the Virginia Department of Transportation has the same information or the same intelligence when it comes to that, if not better, right? So in the past, we've all seen these salt trucks and everything like that down the interstate, down the side roads, laying salt for God knows what prior to, and everybody get mad like, yo, why they putting all the salt on the road prior to, yada, 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 right? And then a rainstorm come. But there was significant amounts of information saying, hey, look, we're going to get dumped with a significant amount of snow. How come they didn't put any salt trucks out there on the road?
Yeah.
I just don't understand that.
I don't understand it either. I don't understand why they weren't prepared for this, because it was put out there that we were going to get that much snow, that it was headed our way. And it was a sufficient amount of time for them to get on that interstate and do something.
Yeah, it took me aback.
And it's like, who's accountable for that? You know, who would we hold accountable for that at this point?
Nobody. Don't nobody give a damn. Listen, government. Don't nobody care. Listen, that's your tax money hard at work. Those government officials don't give a rat's ass about you, your kids being trapped anywhere, running out of gas, starving to death, running out of water. They don't give a damn about that. Just make sure that you pay your taxes on time. That's all they give a shit about. And as far as I'm concerned, I got two 4x4s sitting in my driveway. I don't care. You know what I would have did if I had known, because I was up in Philly at the time. But had I known that people were broken down out there on 95, I'd have got a couple cases of water. I got a couple of gallons of gasoline. I'd have went out there and sold 5 gallons of gasoline for $150. You can cash at me, and you can have a bottle of water for $5 a bottle. I'm a capitalist. I'd have made some money off y'all. I'd have made some money off you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you didn't take the proper precautions, knowing that there was a winter storm coming up to protect yourself and your family, then you got exactly what you deserve.
Yeah, so you know what? I'm gonna just stop you right there with that green juice rhetoric.
Take his juice.
Because look, there's nothing. I mean, a lot of people would come getting off their shift if they work night. Some people were essential; they had to go in. So you know, I can't. Some people So apparently, there was six semi trucks or trailers that caused this this delay. Right, they got stuck or had some issues that caused this massive delay on I-95. And I think somebody put it into the chat. I think Valerie Jones put it into the chat and said that VDOT said that they did not put down the salt because of the rain. I didn't see any rain prior to the snow.
Yeah, there was no rain.
I there was nothing in the forecast that said anything about any rain. Now I've seen, and I think Carice Perry said this also in that. She said I seen them go crazy for just a little bit of snow, like a half an inch. You know, so if you worried about rain prior to it, I don't know, man. That seemed like somebody just trying to cover their ass, man. But anyway,
like I said, ain't nothing gonna happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen. Nobody's gonna be held accountable. And don't be surprised if this happens again.
Well, they need to do a better job because infrastructure is horrible.
There's all sorts of precautions that you can take for not having power. I lost power for a day and a half, but I got a generator and a transfer switch. I was ready for that. Yeah, it's just, you know, I'm a father, and my daughter relies on me for security and safety, and that's my job, and I take it seriously. So,
I mean, I get that you should also take personal responsibility for your own safety. I mean, I do agree that, you know, you should have an emergency kit in your car in case something were to happen, like, and you were to get stuck. You should have like a blanket and, you know, a survival kit basically to get you through.
But I think that you should have an emergency survival kit for taking that Christmas tree down in your background. Christmas was over 2 weeks ago.
Look, leave me alone.
Dang! You still got your Christmas tree up?
Look at that! You can see it right there.
Oh my!
Big old bright ass Christmas tree.
That's just one of 2 trees, but I was quarantined for Christmas, so I still haven't even celebrated with my family, so I haven't taken my tree yet.
And Miko looked like she's trying to burn her house down. She got candles all lit in her.
Because I'm
she got a candle lit back there.
Hey, don't worry about what I got.
I know. Why you
I'm
all
ready.
my
I'm ready. It's my emergency kit: candles and flashlights. Okay, and
Okay. I'll give you that.
She said she prepared. She said she's prepared. Hey,
and you can always warm yourself by the house fire that you started. So you can always put your hands out there and kind of warm yourself that way.
All right, yo, that's around the horn, yo. All right, confession. All right, you got confession with Crystal.
Okay. It says, my sister and I suspect my mother of cheating on our disabled father. For over a year now, my sister and I have been called up to take more care of our father, who is confined to a wheelchair due to a freak accident many years ago. Over the past year, we noticed that our mother tends to be more standoffish when it comes to his care and interaction. My sister's husband decided to get a friend to watch my mom for a few nights and noticed that she appears to be having a male companion that comes over many nights a week in the late hours and typically stays for about 3 to 4 hours. She's going out more, and when we are around, and tends to have more fancy clothes and jewelry as well. My father is confined to a wheelchair and his bed is in the home. We suspect that she is taking full advantage of and having an affair. We are contemplating approaching our mother about this, but do not want to create tension during this time.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's tough.
The way I feel. I don't know, man. I feel like, is he in a wheelchair for like the rest of his life? Is this his thing?
Disabled. I guess he's disabled.
Yeah.
He's disabled forever, right? Because
that's what we can assume.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to be judged. I gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable. Go to Rob.
I'll say it.
I'll say it. I mean, I think that, she deserves to have love too, like you can't
get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
He does.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. B. Smith is who I was thinking of. B. Smith.
Our kids should maybe be a little bit more understanding. I mean,
what?
Have an open mind. Come on now.
I feel like I agree.
Whenever you were smoking, I want some of that shit right now.
I just want to say this: if the tape, since we were talking about gender equality earlier, if the tables were turned and this was a man doing it, because I remember when we had this talk about B. Smith. Hold on, Crystal, because when we talked about B. Smith, I think it was B. Smith, wasn't it? B. Smith?
Yeah, it was. It was.
I think Crystal went off and was like, hey, "That's terrible," and you was. I think you was like,
"No, don't be trying to put things that didn't happen in my mouth." No.
I think you did. I'm gonna find that show. I'm gonna find that show and I'm gonna bring it back next week.
No, don't.
I think you did. I think you did chastise that man. You was like, he need to take care of this and this and that. He shouldn't be out here trying to do this and this and that. So what's so wrong now?
Okay,
how the tables turn?
This is what I think should happen. If she really is, looking for love or finding love in some other place, maybe she needs to get a divorce. They'll take care of
love in all the wrong places.
Looking for love.
The road.
If anybody don't know about Saturday Night Live right there, that was Eddie Murphy's. That's one of his classic characters right there.
I mean, maybe she
this bitch
get a divorce.
Got me paying the rent.
And then still take care of him as like a caretaker. But then if you like say that she does divorce the father, and then who's gonna take care of him? Like, then the kids are gonna have to be responsible, and they're gonna
they'll just find out how much of a piece of shit their mother is. That's all.
She is not a piece of shit for giving her her needs met. That's Maslow's.
Man, get the hell out of here. You mean, so this is you know what? Fuck. All right, look, check this out.
Tell us how you really feel. I mean,
I can't with y'all. Yo, 1 minute, I gotta listen to a whole bunch of women talk about men ain't shit. They cheat on us, and they got the internet porn and all this shit. And then the next minute, you're trying to justify a woman cheating on her disabled husband by trying to tell everybody to mind your business.
Maybe they had an agreement.
Damn.
They could have had an agreement.
No.
How did the kids
agreement my ass? Well, listen.
You know?
How about this? Why don't you confront your mom and find out? But check this out. That's
yeah.
my father over there. You're not going to disrespect my father by bringing some other motherfucker up in this house and laying up with him for 3 to 4 hours. I know you're my mom, but that's my dad. And I'm not going to
help out with your dad. That's what the kids are doing.
They did say,
I think
I think they did say that. I think they did say that in the confession letter that they've been helping out with the dad.
But we can talk about it. We can have that conversation. But what you're not about to do is disrespect my family, this house, and my father while you trying to go out and get your little rocks off.
I mean,
her husband brought a whole woman in the house. Moved her in. That's the ultimate in disrespect.
Well, I mean,
Miko, how come you saying all this stuff that ain't in the letter?
No, she was talking. I think she. Were you talking about? She talking about B. Smith.
I don't remember even talking about that situation.
Yeah, B. Smith. B. Smith. Her husband.
I wasn't in for that conversation.
I don't remember even talking about that conversation, but
I just know about
the irony behind certain things. Crystal, you seem to always have amnesia when we check you about stuff. So look.
I mean,
she said
okay.
no. Hold on, because Miko said that. He moved a whole woman into the house.
Yeah.
I mean, in this situation, in this confession letter, I mean, essentially, they kind of stopped short of that. I mean, 3 to 4 hours every other night or something like that, sneaking in.
I agree.
I mean, what's the difference? I mean,
I agree.
She might as well just move men.
I agree. It's pretty trifling that she's bringing somebody else in the house. But looking at in her shoes, imagine you are with somebody and they are like a vegetable at this point. I mean, I get you love them and I get that, you have the memories, but at that point it's kind of like, it's like the person actually already is dead. I mean, come on now.
Ain't nobody said that he was dead. It was just said he's disabled.
Yo, you are reaching.
Y'all.
Damn, you are reaching.
Hey, look, all I'm gonna say is, Rob, you right. If the tables will turn,
how disabled is he to not know that she bringing a man up in there 2 to 3 hours? Oh, he's got to be really disabled to not.
Is his member not working? What's happening with his disability? Like what?
Well, like Louis Bruce said, you better get that rose. Louis Bruce said it in the comments. He said she need to go get that little rose and use that shit.
That rose ended a lot of marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for you have to honor your vows through sickness and health.
Oh, how do you know? You ever been married?
Yes,
I have been married. Oh, actually,
check and mate.
Just check.
I love you, Crystal. She said, "Yo, I've never seen Crystal set somebody down so quick like that." Yes, I have. Oh,
and what?
Ow! Rob got quiet. Sip on your little sippy cup green juice. All right, yo, coming out of the commercial. Antonio Brown hit the news. A lot of stuff speculated with him, man. We're gonna talk about this a little bit in depth, man. Yeah, hey, some things, I understand a lot of people's argument on this, but we got to talk about this. We'll be right back after this announcement from Recovery Athletics.
Have you been searching for a high-quality, high-functional, and in-style activewear brand? Well, look no further and head over to www.recoveryathletics.com. There you can shop both men's and women's active lifestyle wear, including sports bras, leggings, training tights, and tees. Support a fast-growing, Black, female-owned brand whose mission is to simply inspire others to maintain a healthy state of mind, body, and spirit by living a balanced and active lifestyle. Even better, RA is now offering 35% off to CBU listeners. All you have to do is use code RA35 at checkout, and you will receive 35% off your next order. Shop now.
All right, check it out. Recovery Athletics. Go to that website, Recovery Athletics, RA35 for 35% off. Like I said, in previous shows, this workout attire, this everyday workout, casual attire is much better than your Nike, your Under Armour, all that good stuff, and it lasts, okay? So make sure you check them out and use our code to get that 35% off. All right, so
yeah.
Antonio Brown, I was about to say Anthony Brown. Antonio Brown was, so a lot of different stories, but we'll talk about what we first saw. Apparently, Antonio Brown was asked to leave the field in the middle of a game by a head coach, Bruce Arians of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, due to what they suspected at the time, his not wanting to go into the game when asked. However, different reports have come out since that incident when Antonio Brown walked off the field throwing his jersey, shoulder pads, and his all that other stuff into the stands on the sideline. That apparently Antonio Brown has come out and said that he was too hurt to go back into the game, and the staff and the coaches knew about the situation. Now, apparently when this all came about, when this first happened, everybody took to Twitter. Everybody took to social media. Antonio Brown need help. He's got mental issues. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And all I've been saying, and I'm going to say this because I've gone back and forth with a lot of people. The scapegoat when it comes to a lot of these issues that we see, especially when it comes to black men, we want to label and say when they act out, they got a mental issue. Instead of calling it what it is, they just do stupid shit. Okay? So I'm gonna open the floor. We're gonna just jump back into it. The issue of calling somebody a mental case or a mental issue case when they just do stupid stuff, is that legitimate background believing that Antonio Brown has some kind of mental issues related to CTE, all that good stuff. Let's talk about it. If you're in the comments, man, chime in, man. We're gonna go in about this for about a good 25, 30 minutes. Go. And go back, Cole. Go back, go. Go pack, go. That's what I'm talking about, Morgan.
Oh my. Well, you know who gets the blame whenever you have these type of incidents between players and coaches and organizations. You know, the blame always falls on the player. You know, and it seems like while they do make a shit ton of money to go out there and do what they do, I mean, you should see what I'm willing to do for a Klondike bar. But, you know, they going out there and getting like 20, 30 million or whatever it is that they're getting paid in their contracts. But these guys get hurt too. You know what I mean? They get hurt. And it's just like, it's like trying to explain, you know, a headache to somebody. You know, you can't physically see it. All I can do is just do my best to try to explain it to you. But the player always falls short and gets the blame. What this guy did, basically, he said, F the NFL, you know, F the team, F this, F that, I'm out. You know what I mean? Peace. It was like my man at Burger King. He was like, F you, you're cool, I'm out.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
But that's, I mean, and he went out of spectacular fashion. I mean, would I have done something like that? Probably not. But, you know, at least he's going to be healthy and he'll recover and he's got money. He doesn't have to work anymore.
So here's a problem that I have. Like Valerie Jones said, stupid shit in quotations. She said it's a behavioral health issue. If that's the case,
no.
If that's the case, everybody has behavioral health issues because everybody does stupid shit. I've seen people in jobs just go off the handle and curse somebody out, right? But I mean, that was just something stupid. Do they have a behavioral health issue? No.
We all do.
Right. And here's the thing. When you get so fed up, when you get pushed to a point, and when you've done everything you were supposed to do, remember, Antonio Brown was signed on a 1-year prove-it deal, right, where he couldn't mess up. He couldn't have any flaw. He couldn't do this. He was dealing with the fake vaccine card. That's shame on him, right? Mm-hmm. He was dealing with that. He just came back from that. Then he had an ankle issue. How is somebody supposed to deal with all that bottled up, all that they have to go against? They already got five strikes against them. They only given 3. And then they got somebody telling them, oh, you better play. I don't care how hurt you are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on the side of Antonio Brown. I think when when the story first broke, I didn't really have much of an opinion about it because I was like, I'm gonna wait till all the facts come out. But when those text messages got released, it was like, well, damn, they knew, they knew how hurt he was. And I think I agree with you. Some people get pushed to a point where it's like, you don't give a fuck about me. You just want, me to perform this job and do this job, and I can't, you know? So um I'm on the side of, I think he was pushed too far. I think, that needs to be looked at, as an all around thing, whereas these coaches are pushing these players that are physically injured to the breaking point. And that's why when they come out of these football careers, they're so messed up, like that they need therapy, and they get these mental issues, because they're so banged up, and these coaches are not looking out for the well-being of the players, and that needs to be looked at, whether they have to be, bringing somebody off the bench. Like, come on now. I get you want your star players out there, but you want them alive too,
Yeah. Yeah. I agree with you, Crystal. I think that it's not enough not enough coaches who actually care about the well-being of their players. This is a quick little story. I was in recruiting, and I wasn't here for this, but the recruiter in Army recruiting, the recruiter got so fed up, and the stupid shit that she did was take her entire uniform off in the office. And recruiting is a hard job. I can't compare it to, being a football player or athlete, but I know your boss is on your ass. Like, you gotta bring the numbers in. You gotta bring the numbers in. Shoot, sometimes I'm not taking my clothes off, but I just wanted to quit and, flip the desk or something.
Woohoo!
So I know that it exists. And thank God I had a supervisor who saw that in me before, loco occurred. And they sit you down and they talk to you and they pull somebody else off the proverbial bench. So, I mean, I don't think that he has behavioral health issues the way that they're trying to make it. Like, it takes 17 concussions to have a CTE. So, I mean, did he have 17 concussions? I don't know.
So here's the thing, right? And that's a good argument, Miko. And then you said 17 concussions equals a CTE. Scientific research based stuff.
Yes,
and we don't necessarily know, because a lot of times, I played football. Rob, I think you played contact sports before. Sometimes you don't even know you got a concussion. Yeah, I think you said something about you played contact sports, didn't you?
Oh my God,
I can't remember. I can't remember if you did say you did or not.
Yeah,
I thought you was a cheerleader. So look, got him. No,
got him.
So here's the thing, real talk. I think one of the things about this whole situation is the fact that, when it happened, everybody reacted, right? Twitter, all the social media universe. The thing I think a lot of people can agree, walking out in that fashion was a little bit dumb. That was dumb. I don't think any right person, any normal person wouldn't have did that, right? I think the problem is when you look at the narrative that the Buccaneers organization and players tried to paint immediately following that game. Bruce Arians came out with his sunglasses on and said, he's done. I don't want to talk about it. Just like, whatever. Don't want to address the situation. Tom Brady automatically comes out. Great White Hope comes out and says, hey, I just have compassion for him. I hope he gets the help that he needs. And everybody's just like, oh, I told you he has mental issues. The team knew. No. The team knew this man was hurt. He could not go and push off and do the things that he needed to do in order to be effective for the team. He said, look, I just can't go. And a lot of the receipts that came up with the text messages and all that good stuff, that Antonio Brown's can't put out and everything like that, seem to support the claim that Antonio Brown has put out in his statement. The problem that I have now is people are still trying to say that he still has this issue. And when we talk about his past instances, look at his past instances that he's had. When he was in Oakland, when he was in Pittsburgh, he was unhappy being there. So if he's unhappy being there, he's going to do something to get out of it. The man was told to leave, so he left. So what we should really be upset with is how he left, not the fact that he did leave when he was asked to leave. Right? And stop trying to.
Why should we be upset at all? You know what I mean? I'm just happy that we didn't have to watch him get carted off the field. You know what I mean? With a broken ankle or a broken tibia, fibia, whatever. I'm just glad that he's all right. It's his career. He can end it any way he wants to. You know, he was the one out there putting in those 2-a-days and 3-a-days and stuff, not me. You know, so who am I to judge the man? You know, would I have done what he did? No, probably not. But it's his career. He can start it and end it any way he wants to. And so, sometimes we got to back up and stop being so judgmental. These guys are under tremendous amounts of pressure.
I agree.
There's a lot of money involved. There's a lot of money involved here. And so sometimes we just got to take a step back and just say, you know what? Hey, homeboy, you're the one that started ever since middle school, high school, college to get yourself on these different teams and work your way up. You're the one that busted your ass. If that's your career, if you want to go out with a bang, go out with a bang, homeboy. I'm just glad you didn't hurt nobody and you didn't hurt yourself. And call it a day.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I definitely think that there needs to be more accountability on the part of, coaches looking out for the well-being of the players too. I think there's not enough oversight there, It shouldn't take these players to have CTE when they retire for a major change to happen when it comes to that.
But look, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I see your comments in there, Valerie, because I did tell you that we would talk about this, and I understand your point. But like I said, if a kid blows up at school, the first thing a nurse says they need to. It's happening so much these days, especially in inner city schools. The first thing that they try to do, they see these hyper kids who are in poverty, right? Living under their means, without their means. In the inner city, they come to school, they're on sugar because they eat sugar increased breakfast, if at all, and then they're hyper. So the first thing they want to say is, they have ADHD, right? And I think that's what my point was when I say we're so quick to label somebody who's black when it comes to certain things like this. When you have somebody who's not black, they could act out. A prime example, Tom Brady lashes out on the sidelines all the time, breaking tablets and everything. Nobody has said that he has mental issues. He's just passionate about the game.
Well, no, they said the same thing about Incognito, too, when he was acting a fucking fool down there on Miami Dolphins and bullying guys in the locker room and stuff. And
he's just
passionate my ass. No, they went after him. I think they suspended him from the team for that. So you're trying
after they suspended. So Rob, here's the thing with that situation. They suspended Incognito after the fact. It has been that stuff happened for years. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I'm getting to is that when these celebrities, these black athletes, are put into these positions, the first time they act out, it's always a problem. It's always they got CTE, they got mental health, they got this, they need help. And I beg to differ and say that I don't think that's the case. Like you said, Rob, these men and women are put up to situations that are 10 times different than what they was experiencing when they were in college.
Yeah.
So when they come out and they have to deal with this ongoing stuff, then, hey. And I see your comment, Valerie, because you're talking about Brady needs anger management, but nobody has come out and said that. Nobody's going to say that. They're just say he's passionate.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, any other black quarterback would have did that, or if LeBron James would have did that. They got his issue. They got it. That's not what the game needs.
I don't know.
That's not what
I don't think it's so much of a race issue as you're letting.
I'm just putting the facts out there. You cannot sit here and say that because a player lashes out or he pretty much did what he was supposed to do and leave the field when he was asked. Now, if he does that, then what's the problem? But see, that's what I'm saying. The fact that he left and the way he left, everybody's like, he's got a problem. If Tom Brady was actually left to leave the field and he would have did the same thing, nobody would have questioned. It was like, that's a player who didn't want to leave the field. He didn't want to leave his team, and all this other stuff, and he's upset. No, but the first thing they want to do about Antonio Brown is say, he's got mental issues. Vontez Burfict knocked him out, and ever since then he hasn't been right. And that's what I think. That's what I think the problem is.
I think it also has to do with the fact that they're a high profile, celebrity. They're gonna say, oh, it's mental health, versus just saying that they're acting out. Because a lot of people, they idolize these players, they idolize celebrities, and they don't believe that they could, act out like that. I think that plays a part. I think people tend to make excuses for, behavior when it comes from somebody that they're looking up to. So,
well, if you ask me, as far as I'm concerned, look, as far as Tom Brady is, that dude's a 7-time Super Bowl champion. If I want to throw a fucking iPad across the field, it's my right. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. I got 7 rings. Shut up. I made everybody on my team multi-millionaires. Every team. So there comes a certain part where there is an ego involved because you are the best at what you do. All right. Mm-hmm. So therefore, it gives you certain leeway, certain amount of leeway, a certain amount of credibility, a certain amount of all that shit, so that you can make mistakes and whatnot. Antonio Brown's had problems, and I'm not bringing a race issue, but look at Dez Bryant. As soon as Dez Bryant was drafted by the Cowboys, the very first thing he did was go out and get in a whole shitload of trouble. And instead of suspending him, they did suspend him several times, they went and got a babysitter and stuck him outside his hotel room on away games to make sure that he wasn't out in the strip clubs the night before a game. You know what I mean? And they had to continuously treat him like that until eventually he matured and grew into the role in the position when what was expected of him, having been on the Cowboys team. But I mean, Antonio has had problems every team he's gone to. He had a big problem. He had a problem with Ben Roethlisberger when he was in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? And it's just like when he does something this spectacular, which I don't think any player has ever done before, what do you think they're going to say about him? Regardless of the color of his skin. If that had been Julian Edelman out there, if there had been some white boy out there that did that, one of the tight end from Kansas City, if he had went out there and pulled off a stunt like that, they probably would have said the same damn thing. How many NFL players have gone home and killed themselves?
I think he got hurt though. I think he got hurt. So I don't know.
Who got hurt
on that play? It's crazy. Yeah.
Who got hurt?
The hell are you talking about?
Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm looking at the so look, my bad. I'm looking at the Packers game. I'm looking at the Packers game, and somebody was in the chat, and I was like, oh, my bad, y'all. Hey, my bad.
How you watching a game on the show?
All right, all right.
Hey, y'all mad because I'm watching the game?
I'm like, what?
Miko, you kind of quiet on this subject. Go ahead, Miko.
You, motherfucker.
No, I mean, it's me in sports is something else, but I agree with what you said about aggression versus passion, and ambition aggression versus ambition, and passion versus anger. I think that if Tom Brady had did that, they would have said passionate. But then I just heard what you said, Rob, about his stats and everything, so he would have been given a pass. But I wonder if it was just if Antonio Brown was white. I mean, I know you hate the whole race thing because you don't think it exists, but it does,
What?
But I mean, I wonder though, I just like to get under your skin, but I do wonder if he was white, would it have been a different narrative? Would he have been called, he had behavioral health issues, or would he have just been passionate and angry he had to leave the team or leave the game?
Yeah, I wonder that too. I mean, I think he probably would have been. It probably would have been a different narrative, I think.
Yeah,
I could say something real fucked up right here, but I'm not. I'm not.
Well,
you know what? I'm a guy to say it. No, you're not gonna find out if a white guy's gonna be treated the same way because white guys don't do shit like that.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
All right. So I said it. All right, I said it. Everybody wanted me to say it, so I said it.
Take off your black skin. Okay?
Hey, you do not get a chance to pull my card. You can't do that. I don't care how pretty you are.
Okay, I'm sorry. But I don't like that. That was terrible.
Here we go with the hookup line.
I know.
Oh, here you go.
You need to get a sound effect every time Rob shoots his shot. Is like you play like a sound effect, like a love connection sound effect. So
I know, right?
No, don't listen to her. I'm just glad, Ron, that you're actually paying attention to what we're saying.
I'm paying attention for real.
He's half-ass paying attention.
Oh, that's pass interference, baby.
No.
Throw that flag. All right. Yeah. So look. All right, yo. Hey, good topics, good conversation. Hey, Valerie, I appreciate you being into this conversation because I think you have a background with knowing this stuff because of your educational background. I could be wrong, but drop it in the comments. So while I disagree with some of the things that she was saying, but she's a little bit more qualified to speak on the subject matter. And one day we're gonna bring Valerie on to talk about it, and she can probably talk about it more in depth.
Valerie's lit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, I like to do that. All right, look, Rob doesn't have a rant. He hasn't texted me or anything like that and said that he did. Get it to him. He'll have a rant. So guess what? What we're gonna do?
Oh my God.
What we're gonna do? Touchdown, Green Bay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna come right back with Doc Say What moment.
Crazy like she Britney, but no, she don't shade the noggin. Russell Wilson way I get low and stay in the pocket. I get paid and do my dance like a touchdown. Yeah, I can't do no time to leave that gun around. In my teens, we were acting up and running around. Now we're grown, still get to it if it's necessary.
All right, yo. So check it out, man. Look, check this out. So we all know that we just came out of the holiday season, and one of the things that we all grew up on, I don't care how old you are, I don't care how young you are, but even today's kids love it, Home Alone, right? Macaulay Culkin, the sweet little kid who was left at home by mistake by his parents. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times, because there's 5 different episodes or different versions of this. Left at home to fend for himself. And he kind of did that, right? So what I'm getting at is there is a real life story of this that happened in Arizona. Melissa and Bobby Joe Green have been arrested for leaving their 11-year-old son home alone for an extended amount of time. The official said that the mother had gone out of state before Thanksgiving, with the boy's father leaving shortly after the holiday. Cochise County Sheriff Mark Daniels' office wrote on social media, it was not until December 12th when the sheriff's office received a call to check on the home and found the boy inside. Now, timeline, they left before Thanksgiving. And after December 12th, that's when they realized that they had the boy at home. This is a problem. And it's
they did not just realize then. They damn well knew they left that kid at home.
The report said that they realized later on that the boy was left at home.
That's trifling.
The caller called into Cochise County Sheriff's Office and said there is a family member living at the residence, and the 11-year-old and the child was possibly there alone for an undetermined length of time.
Was somebody trying to break in the crib or something?
I don't know. The fact of the matter is, how you leave somebody that long?
Yeah, your own child.
Well, I'm not surprised because you got Bamas out here.
Yeah, you're right.
You got Bamas out here.
You're right. Thanks, Chris.
I know, right? Call him on his.
Oh, y'all remember the snacks? Yeah, I gotta bring those back. A
little sippy cup up there where you're sipping on a little something.
I know you're not talking green juice drinking. The fact of the matter is, you got parents out here who go and drive to work and say, "Oh, I forgot," and leave their child, a newborn in the car, talking about, "Oh, I believe, or I thought I dropped them off at daycare." I don't know if that's worse than this. I don't know. I think they're both on the same level.
Yeah, did you hear about that case in Texas? That case in Texas a couple of months ago where the couple left, I think it was 4 children in the house by themselves, and one of them was dead for like the last 4 months in the back bedroom.
What?
Oh yeah, that was
the neighbor.
Yeah.
The neighbors were feeding them.
Yep.
I just don't understand. Like, if you are if you don't want your kids that bad, why not take the steps to put them, in the system and get them adopted? You know what I'm
For the
saying?
same reason you won't take your Christmas tree down.
I think those are two different reasons. Okay.
I actually had a baby die. I had a 4-month-old die in my arms when I was a cop.
Oh,
The lady was working at the mall. She was a cleaning crew, worked overnight at the mall. And about 2:30 that morning, we got a emergency call outside the food court for a non-responsive baby. And we showed up, dragged the baby inside where it was warm at, and come to find out, she was not paying a babysitter. She was inside cleaning the mall and left her baby in the car seat outside all night. And the baby actually woke up and then fell out of the car seat and wedged itself down between the car seat and the back seat of the front seat and suffocated. And let me tell you something, when you have a child like that and you're performing CPR and you got the oxygen going to their nose from the bottle and that baby's as blue as that daggone hat you're wearing, Ron, you know what I mean? It's really heart-wrenching. Shit like that happens, man. And,
it's so sad.
Parents need to be held accountable for that shit. If you don't want the kid, give the kid up. But there's no reason for you to be doing stupid shit like this.
Yeah, I agree. I it's no excuse for that behavior.
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 kids, and I just couldn't imagine. I don't even like to leave my kids at home alone for 2 hours to run to the store because they home alone. The kitchen is wild. That's their, smorgasbord is wild. I can't imagine people doing that.
Well, I mean, they can always spot you coming from a mile away, coming up the block with your possum fur on.
Oh Lord!
Oh man, I forgot.
I'm sorry, she walked right into that.
You had to bring it up.
I knew he was going to bring that up.
Man, I forgot.
Hey, y'all! If y'all don't know, both her and Crystal got possum hats and possum fur coats. They be out there with a little net collecting up roadkill to go get them jackets made.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. I forgot to put that out there. I'm gonna put that out there next week. Next week, I'm definitely bringing that up. I'm bringing it up next week for real, because y'all definitely deserve to have people see this. Okay, I've never seen anything like that. One look like they married to an Italian mob boss. The other look like they married to another gangster or something like that. Ain't no telling, man. Well, man, man. All right, look, man. All right, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Happy New Year and everything like that. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Comfortable2Uncomfortable.talk. Make sure you also follow us on Instagram at Comfortable2Uncomfortable.talk as well. Go to our YouTube. We are back on YouTube now. Yeah, we're back on YouTube. Make sure you go hit that subscribe button and follow, like, share, all that good stuff. And guess what, y'all? We gonna come back with y'all with some good stuff next week, man. I don't know who gonna be on the show. We might have special guests. I don't know. But on the count of 3, y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we end this. I gotta go because the game on, and I'm over here trying to watch the game. So look, on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Peace.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
I'm a host. I'm a co-host. Okay.
Yeah.